Alright everyone, air support again from the Thor Discord, and I've got one more video for you here. Let's look at liquidity pool farming. And so the main thing here that we really need to talk about, one is no tax on pulling out your Thor. Um, Two, um, I did show a calculator previously. I'll show this real quick. You know, it's definitely worth farming in the liquidity pool. Here's what the effectively the APRs are for nodes, for Thor and Odin. So you can see that even at 778 in the liquidity pool, it's actually a little bit better than a Thor. Although you do need to pay attention to something called impermanent loss. I'll keep talking about that until everybody's up to speed. Basically, what impermanent loss is inside of the liquidity pool token, you have Thor and AVAX. And if the prices of Thor and AVAX go down, or if either one goes down, what you're then hoping is that your rewards make up for those losses. If the price of Thor and AVAX go up, you're hoping that the Thor makes up for the gains that you miss out on because you're in the liquidity pool token. It actually would have been better, potentially, for you to just hold on to the Thor and the AVAX. So let's get right into this. The first thing I'm going to do is just set you guys up a bit to understand what's going to happen. I'm going to go and claim the rewards. I will pause the video and try to keep things moving along. I do have a hardware wallet. I've got to enter some information in that to get my transaction to go through. I'll also leave the wallet paused leave the video paused while the transaction goes through. Typically it only takes a few seconds, but just in case it drags on a bit, don't want you guys waiting around. So I'm gonna claim my rewards, process the transaction, and then we're gonna head over to Trader Joe's. We're probably going to sell half the Thor, just so that you can see that process. I'm gonna swap that half of that Thor actually for AVAX, and then I'm gonna take the AVAX and the Thor, the remaining Thor that I have from that, and I'm gonna get a new liquidity pool token or more liquidity pool tokens. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to deposit them, and you'll see this number go up. In fact, just to give you an example, this number is actually quite a bit longer. It's actually this number. If I click max here, this is the true number of what I have in there. So hopefully we'll make this number go up a decent amount by selling zero point 0.2 Thor, or rather swapping it for AVAX, dollar for dollar, and we'll end up with, how many ever shares of AVAX make a new token. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to claim the rewards. And do have a MetaMask window that pops up. You guys aren't able to see that, but I'm just going to go through and process that transaction to get those rewards into my wallet. Let me just tell you real quick how many Thor I have in my wallet. I've got a fraction of Thor here, 0.00056443 Thor. So not very much in there, but we should show up with about 2 Thor once we get through this process. Okay, that claim transaction has been submitted. It did cost me about 50 cents in AVAX, and here any second we should see my unclaimed rewards go to 0. There it went. Just double check here. It should have I've got 0.404 Thor. So now let's head over to Trader Joe's, and we're going to swap 0.2 of that. Let me just open up another one of these windows here. So what we're going to do is we're going to swap 0.2 Thor for AVAX. So right here, I'll just do 0.2. Actually, look, we can get a little bit more fancy. We'll go and do a full example there. So I've just taken this number right here, divided it by 2. Hope my math's right. And that's going to be swapped for an equal part of AVAX. I am going to pay a little bit of liquidity provider fees. This is great. That's fine. So let me just get this transaction processed, Again, I'll pause the video here in just a second. You guys won't feel anything other than the transaction will be already through. All right, that transaction's been submitted. Again, I probably paid somewhere around 40 cents in fees that time. Looks like the transaction is going to be done here in just a little bit. So again, what we're doing while we wait for that, we've claimed our Thor rewards. We're actually doing a manual compounding. So we've claimed our Thor rewards. Originally I had 0.4 Thor. We've claimed that, and now coming over here, I think it was 0.4, don't remember, whatever it was. So now we're doing our manual compound. We've claimed, we went to Trader Joe, we've sold half of our Thor that we claimed to get AVAX. Instead, this is our remaining Thor. Now we're going to just hit the max button. I want to put all of my remaining Thor and effectively the AVAX that I just got, and we're going to supply that here. I'm going to click a few buttons and process this transaction. Actually, we might do it live while you guys are here, and I'm paying a little bit of fees in AVAX, 0.006, so 6,000ths of an AVAX, something like 50 cents. Just going to process that transaction. Shouldn't do live demos because typically they fail. Alright, that transaction is now pending. So what we should see here in a little bit is these numbers change. I should see some probably pretty small share of the pool, and it should show that I've got 0.2 pooled Thor, and I should see something like whatever it was, 0.3. There we go. So now in my MetaMask, I have a Thor liquidity pool token. It has inside of it, inside of the token is 0.20849 tokens, liquidity pool tokens. Inside of that token is 0.34 AVAX, 0.19 Thor. Now keep in mind, if the price of Thor goes up or down, price of AVAX goes up or down, I may experience some impermanent loss. Got to be aware of that. Got to remember it. But I'm okay with that because I'm going to get some Thor rewards, and I'll be happy with it. So now I've got my 0.208 Thor token liquidity pool tokens here. Not very much, but every little bit helps. This will actually push me over to 47. So now what I'll do is I will deposit that, and again I've got a prompt to do another transaction, much smaller amount of AVAX here it looks like. And I'll just go through the process of confirming that live. Avalanche is running pretty quickly right now. And hopefully we see I go to 47 is what I'm shooting for. It should be 47.1 once that's all complete. So if I can ramble on long enough, you will see that happen. Got to be getting close. Just a couple more seconds. I might go ahead and just pause the video again, just so you guys don't have to deal with that. There we go. 47.14 Thor. I will actually grab that and go and update my sheet real quick. And I'm just going to grab my new staked value, $12,549. You can see I just pop that over there for now. I started originally, I put in 12,284, made about 120 bucks total, and then now I'm up to 12,549. So definitely the rewards work, the compounding works, liquidity pool works. This is how you do it. So this was effectively how to manually compound in the liquidity pool on Thor Financial. Again, this is air support. Come and talk to me in the Stake Talk Discord. I'm happy to help you, and definitely need more video suggestions. I think I have exhausted the list of suggestions at this point. Thanks everybody. Have a lot of fun out there. Happy to help.